What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stories. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while.
Platforms were so expensive, they'd run out of budget for guardrails.
That's one explanation, I guess. That or the wizards that created it wanted it to be dangerous because they were tired of the world being just tinker-tailored for dumb people. Just don't fall off the platform. It'd be that simple. So we turn that thing on right there. Like, nowadays they gotta put, like, warnings on plastic bags and shit so that people don't, like... now I'm on fire. Talking shit about people with plastic bags, and I'm the one on fire right now. Oh, I can't hook shot through that either.
Pylons you could use the hook on. Really needed to construct additional pylons.
Yep, little construction kit in your back pocket. Is that it? That looks like our stone.
Stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. I can make you mighty. Who said that? Give blood. It was the stone. Eager, thirsty. Kill the Emperor's daughter. Now you Emperor. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. What's the core? Said the stone anxiously.
It seems like we definitely have two obvious options here. Apparently the core, I wonder if they're just like the opposite of each other. You know, it's never a good thing when you pick up an object in a dungeon and then all of a sudden like deep bassy voices are like, Inoruk, Telapa. Like, we picked up the thing and guys started singing in a deep voice. Started whispering to us like Voldemort too. That's never a good thing. Well, we can either be the bad guy here, and we can feed the Emperor's daughter to the stone to become more powerful, which would be the shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting kind of tired of the Emperor's bullshit here. Somebody's got to suffer at some point. Or we could destroy it with the armature. Let's be a bad guy. Yeah.
Why was he listening to a talking rock? But the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old Toad had sought for himself. To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies.
That's right, forget that cat. She thinks she knows everything, but nope, I got a Voldemort stone. It's noseless and it's not so good at smelling things. But we got this.
As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Reynardo had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods before the Transcendent Emperor? Was it the future? Feed these souls, it whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls, its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
Oh, it's time to be an anti-hero. We've already got the eye patch, and we've already got the earring. I mean, how much further do we really need to take this? Look at that shit. They're already dead. We've already wiped them out just with the power of our cabbages. Our booby-trapped cabbages. I had a roommate that used to make, like, boiled cabbage all the time. It stunk so bad. Basically, I had a roommate who was like a hardcore freaking vegan in college. And having a roommate who's a hardcore freaking vegan basically means that your house is always going to smell like farts. Because she was always making like Brussels sprouts or like cabbage or like cauliflower. And so every day you get home and just have your eyebrows blown back by the stink of fart. What do we get here? You found a gem. Energy on kill. That'd be pretty good too. There are a lot of things here that I'm fairly... Are those hot cross buns right there? I assume they are no longer... Well, they're sitting next to a fire. They might still be hot.
Gogglers. Bernardo hated gogglers. It was almost impossible to sneak past them. If one didn't spot you, another one would.
I don't even think we know what the gogglers do at this point. We snuck past them so efficiently every single time. Die. Goggler death. Goggler death. Oh no. Goggler death. Sometimes you gotta dispense goggler death. I don't know what these gogglers ever did to me, but they gotta... Oh, see, they're hoarding all the squid. That's why they have to die. They've stolen all of the kingdom's squid.
One eye, dead.
Couple more of them down. Caught those at like the perfect moment. What the hell is that, and can I buy it? It's like an upside down glowing mouse. Weird. Illumination sources in this world. Why have they fenced off all of the bread? God, I love bread. Bread is the best. Like when you got like a fresh loaf, like a French loaf or like a sourdough loaf, then you throw some butter on it, and then you like put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds so it's all hot and squishy.
Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws.
Are you here to surrender?
She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone.
And I've missed you too, love.
He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
Bro, you could have had her. All you had to do was walk up and just be like, sing! And then it would do the close-up. The camera would zoom in on both faces, and she'd be like, what? Why? And he'd be like, sorry, love. And he'd go, sing! And then he'd pull it out, and then there'd be blood on the blade, and then maybe you cut to a scene of, like, blood dripping downwards in between their feet, and then she collapses, and then the stone sucks in her essence! And then we have all the power. I've thought about this a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I've thought about this quite a bit. I'm gonna go with energy on kill. Instead of treasure hunter, I'm gonna go with critical chance. Our gauntlet is not color-coded right now, and that bothers me. We are clashing hard at the moment. The only way it could get worse is if it was made out of, like, polka dots. Polka dots! So what do I want to work on next? I don't know. I'm sure Freeze's ulcer. Oh, that's pretty good. I'll probably do that one then next with the Winterthorn. That sounds really, really nice. Where's my Shadow Blade at? I'm glowing purple. That's this entire quest was just so I could glow purple everywhere that I went. Because when you show up at the DMV
What's there?
and you're glowing purple, you know they're going to give you mad respect. You just be like, file my paperwork now. And they'll be like, no, you have to wait in the line. You are number G342. You can't go before G341 if you're G342. That's just not how this works. Cool. I just sucked magic out of that guy when I murdered him. That was the best. Bad guy!
Renato remembered when he'd first stolen one of these. Good times.
Dearest Zenobia, as you read this letter, you are locked in your chambers, ready to spend your last night before... Well, you know, I will not apologize. I know you are too proud to forgive me. I also know you can't resist reading, though you are a cat, as much as I have tried to educate you like a proper toad. I swear to you, and you have to believe me, that I did not plan all of this when I adopted you. You have always been my special little kitten. This is why I am writing you now weeks in advance. I know I will not have the heart to do it at the night of the sacrifice. If I think of you as my daughter, then I may change my mind. You must think I am selfish, and yes, I am selfish, sad little toad that is afraid to die. But what I am doing will ultimately serve the greater good. I want the power. I want it all. And so I will keep my subjects content. Peace for eternity. Even if you hate me now, I can respect that, and you have to. You can respect that, and you have to. Sorry. Eraser, white out. It is the only way that I can forgive myself for doing this to you. I will miss you for eternity. Tomorrow, try not to make a scene. Everyone will be watching. Still with love, Father. Don't make a scene while I murder you in front of the kingdom. See, I'm making it easier on the toad now, too, because I'm gonna murder her for my kingdom, and I don't feel that bad about it. Every now and again, you gotta get some power. Listen, we've been murdered every single time. So we got sucked into a black hole. We got stabbed by a lame-ass douchebag betrayer of a rabbit. I think it's time for us to get ours. I definitely think it's time. And if we can't get ours, then what's the point of all this? You know, every now and again, the hero gotta win. And I do like myself an anti-hero, and I do think I know better than the stone what is... Oh, I got punched in the face. With a stick, with a knobby thing on the end of it. How very unfortunate. Perfect.
On Zenobia's island were no match for Reynardo. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him.
I'm trying. I'm sucking it from the very bodies of my enemies.
Finally, Reynardo caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way. Kill her, whispered the stone. You cannot win your rebellion without it. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
Easy choice. This bitch is dead. No, don't spare her. Feed her to the stone. Yeah, there it is. The purple evil anti-hero option. She must die.
With a flick of his wrist, he slashed Zenobia's throat. Her eyes widened even more. And then the light went out of them. Reynardo felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Oh, such brilliance, exulted the Iblis stone. Tasty.
Reynardo returned to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly.
It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done.
Those Ravens love arm day. I don't think they've been on any of the like squat press machines or nothing ever. Yeah, my legs are too twiggy. Just leave it that way. It's never gonna get better, so why work on it?
The Nexus was beautiful. He never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm. The black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke under a dead sun. A voice caught him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there.
I've decided that on this playthrough we're gonna get hours. It's gonna be time for...
You shouldn't have.
It's gonna be time for Reynardo to shine. Reynardo's been catching blades and black holes and everything else over the course of this adventure. It's time for him to become Emperor and be the awesome badass. You know the stone's gonna betray us, though. This stuff is never free. Evil Stones isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. I think our glow has gotten a little brighter, though. I mean, we did just kill our ancient. I didn't realize she was our best friend before. That was one of those things that they revealed to me later on. We just killed our best friend, though, so that we could charge up our super awesome Ice Stone. So they could help us do murder better. Murk fools a little bit faster. Slash faces a little bit more efficiently. I'm going to get rid of your shield now. And you're going to try and attack me. But I am fueled by the power of the Ice Stone. I will not be stopped. Not bad. Not bad at all. And when we're sucking energy out of stuff, every single time I get a kill, it allows me to extend out that slow time thing by quite a lot, actually. If you move quickly, you can wipe everybody.
Once invested in a jewel store, but it lost money because someone kept robbing it. Twist. It was him.
Cool. We got Shield Breaker, too. That'll be fun. It's down this way. Can I not do anything with that? Maybe that's just blocked off. Okay. We'll go this way, then. Sometimes it feels good to be evil.
What was he doing here? Bernardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me! Why would I kill you? Asked Bernardo, although he had been thinking about it. Well, you've become... look, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep? I suppose you wanted, Bernardo said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it.
Oh well. One more soul for the soul fire. Make me stronger. Consume my friendships. He was gonna betray us and he knifed me in the back.
I wondered what would happen if he jumped. Would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
He stabbed me through my sternum and my spine simultaneously. I think he got what he had coming. He was thinking about it. He was gonna do it either way. He's a traitor to the rebellion. And anybody who betrays the rebellion. Sorry, things were happening outside my window and I got confused. I was overstimulated. Anybody that betrays the rebellion dies in horrible shadowy agony. I am a Death Knight now, and I cannot be stopped. I cannot be killed. I cannot be contained. Oh man, it killed my combo. So while I can't be killed or contained, apparently you can kill my combo, which is almost as bad. Oh, I'm going in now. Yup. Give me your resources. I will tear them from your body.
Page to the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging. At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Farspeaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. The Emperor was scared, like little girl. Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Yes! Applauded the Iblastone. Tremendous. Then the Emperor would have to answer his Farspeaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino.
Forget you traitors. It's time for me to shine.
Renato called the rebel council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed the Farspeaker Toad. Why? Well, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and a secret rebel base.
Why are we listening to a guy that stabbed us in the back and actually a cat? A cat that can shoot fire at us who was leading the armies of our enemy. Come on. They had to go. They had to be expunged.
The ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Renato thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am. You are the honest warrior ever, whispered the Iblastone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Renato?
Nobody. Nobody's as good as Renato. Renato's got the magical Stone of Shadows and also Voldemort.
Well, he'd always wanted to do that.
They got more magical energy, too. Further goading us, so what's the point in this door over here? Like, you can get into that door from the beginning of the game, and it doesn't even really matter. So obviously there can't be anything that special behind it. By comparison, I kind of wonder what's this way. Let's go this way, because the green door is nothing special. Oh, yes! Haha! It rediverted us to treasure. That's what I thought. So the green door can't lead to anything good. It couldn't have. However, if we ignore the green door and go elsewhere, mayhaps we end up with greater treasures that we can also feed to the Shadow Stone. Feeding the Shadow Stone seems like keeping it happy is probably my best course of action at this point. And the more souls we have to feed to it, the better. Oh, look, the cute little ravens want to fight me. Easy enough. That guy was so terrified of me that he just threw himself off the cliff rather than fight me. What if I defying gravity? I guess I'll try. That's my favorite part of that song. When they got like the horns like.
He'd once met a pirate captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
I'll have you know I'm using the Shadow Katana for thematic effect right now. We're glowing purple. Our sword has to match. Everything has to be in theme. Otherwise, we just look like an idiot. You can't fight me. You've got nothing to terrify me with. Give me more gems.
A gem of power. Ooh, you didn't find those every day.
Ooh, Shield Breaker 3. You say I don't find those every day, but I found like 10 in this episode. It seems like most of them are just hidden behind the purple gates. Is there anywhere else I can go? Oh yeah, I can go this way, can't I? So what does the level 3 one do? Does it do anything special? Your hits cause shield grunts to take damage and propels away their shield like a projectile. Badass. Like, how high up can you take this? Like, what level do the gems go to? I mean, either way, we're like dominating face right now. It's not a particularly difficult game to begin with. But once they start stacking on bonuses and all the extra cool stuff you can do. Oh man, I missed a treasure chest. Don't particularly care that much, though. I'm too consumed by the power of evil. I have no use for material things. All we need is more souls for the soul fire. More heresy for the heresy throne. Ooh.
This chest smelled kind of funky. He hoped he didn't get it in his clothes.
And a physical resistance gem, which might be pretty good, because we do take a lot of damage right now. And this way, there was a chest o' treasure. Oh, look at you guys over here trying to be all... Ow, that hurt. Well... Alright, Sword of Niceness.
Urge the stone. Let me make you Emperor.
By all means.
Think of it, Renato thought as he put down another raven. Why shouldn't I be Emperor? How did anybody get to be Emperor anyway? By making war. I mean, not counting the transcendent Emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time. Yes, he should be Emperor. He would make a great Emperor. Right, Stone? Oh, right, boss.
See? Who needs friends and money and all that kind of stuff when you can be the Emperor, the new God King? Sometimes you gotta get power drunk.
These things really slice like ham.
They look kind of delicious. I sort of want to throw them on like a skillet and stir fry them. They don't look bad. They definitely look edible once you chop them open like that. You might have to do some light fixins, maybe. Some stuffing. Yeah. Everybody loves stuffing. Stuffing's delicious.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
What happens if I freeze one of those dudes? Does anything happen? Oh yeah, look at that. I launched his shield. That was pretty cool. Ow! So many of you little assholes. I don't want to brag, but we are pretty good at murder. Like, we're doing a pretty fantastic job of wiping out our enemies. Crush our enemies, see them driven before us. Ow. Stop fighting back so much. I have the power of the Voldemort stone. The great stimulation of Slytherin. Or something. I don't know. I only know, like, Harry Potter stuff. I gotta get the fiance in here to, like, back me up with knowledge and references and shit so that I can be cool on the internet.
He needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak.
Icebreaker replied, I hate icebreakers, by the way. Like those stupid little mini games that make you play at, like, job orientations and stuff. They're like, it's a team building exercise. And I'm like, oh, you know what else is a team building exercise? Work. Let's just go do that. Elemental resistance. Well, you can't go wrong with anything that has mental in it.
Renato strode into the council. Let's do this thing. Let's make me emperor.
They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the Emperor thing? Yeah, he meant to bring that up later.
I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone. More for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first, finish him. The Emperor, that is.
This is definitely getting grimdark. Murder everyone and take their soul essence. Spend it on upgrades.
Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty. And a new one to take its place. He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them. And enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god. For he had once been a god. They would willingly give him their blood and their souls. And the world would change. Would become familiar again.
Exactly. We're making the world a better place, a more consistent place. A place where I consistently am the most awesome, and everybody consistently loves me. Yay! This is Stories, Path of Destinies. I will see you all later, where our Shadow Sword will apparently suck the souls out of everybody in the universe until he's like all alone, a la Twilight Zone or something. See you later. Bye, everybody.